there, my name is Dr. Jones. Nice to meet you. Am I correct in thinking that you booked me for an emergency REIKI session today? Okay, very good. So I will get started as soon as possible, but to begin with, I want to ask you just a few questions to better understand your situation and to understand why you felt it necessary to book such an appointment with me today. Okay. Question number one, when was the last time you had some sort of major emotional release? Okay, and would you say you've been feeling light or feeling heavy recently? And can I ask, is there something constantly at the back of your mind? Okay, that's useful to know, thank you. Is there anything weighing you down? Okay, very good. And the final question I would like to ask you before we actually begin the session today is, are you able to engage in new experiences freely and with an open mind? Okay, thank you for answering those questions so openly and honestly. I know they're a little bit personal, but I assure you these answers are going to help me today in today's session, and they're going to help me make today's session more personal to you and more useful and helpful to you. So before I begin anything today, I actually want to put on some latex gloves, and this is mostly just for myself to help me do a better job during today's session. Okay, it's unlikely that I will need to actually physically touch you today. If I do, I will of course let you know and ask you for permission first, but mostly I will be navigating your aura. I will probably be doing some energy pulling, plucking, and just removal of general negative energy as well. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these latex gloves on there. Okay, now that I have my latex gloves on, I feel a little bit more confident. So I'm going to start things off just by getting a bit of a feel for your aura. Of course, everyone's is very different and very unique, so it takes me a little while just to familiarize myself with yours personally, of course. And it also changes very regularly as we have different experiences sort of pick up new energies and sometimes leave behind old energies, and this can often change us in quite significant ways. Sometimes it can even seem like we're entirely different people, especially if we are to compare ourselves over a large time period. Circumstances and situations can also radically affect our auras and the energy that clings to us, and the energy that we pick up, hold on to, and even emit and transfer to others. Of course, people are another huge influence on each other, on ourselves, on our aura, and on the energy that we have. Okay, so I'm just getting quite a good feel here actually for your aura, for the energy that you have currently clinging to you. Okay, I can see a lot of good positive energy. I can also see quite a bit of negative energy to be expected. Perhaps that's exactly what influenced you into making your appointment with me today. Perhaps you could subconsciously feel the presence of all that negative energy. Okay, but there's no need to be concerned, because today I will remove all that negative energy for you. Okay, and I'm just going to begin by trying to pluck away some of the larger and more obvious chords of negative energy. And I can do this with using just my hands to begin with, at the very least, because I've now locked on to your aura quite well. I can now see it, but more than just see it, I can feel it as well, and just generally sense it. Usually I can get a sort of vague feeling and understanding of people's auras just by looking at them or briefly interacting with them, but I don't get a true deep understanding of their auras until I spend a little bit of significant time looks like we're making excellent progress. Okay, what I want to do next is to move on to using scissors, and I'm going to be using these scissors to actually cut some of the cords of negative energy that have attached themselves to you, and this is going to give them more of a final and firm separation so that they will have no impact on you whatsoever once they've been removed. Okay. I'll just do a bit of a general removal. Okay, actually bring this down here. There we go. Grab that one. Very good, very good. Okay, so now I actually have a special solution that I would like to apply to you. This is just going to be shaken up, and then I'm going to spray it in your general area. I'm hoping for it to coat your aura and to sink into your energy to better help me to remove and separate the negative energy from the good energy, because obviously we don't want to remove everything. We want to keep the good aspects whilst getting rid of the negative aspects, of course. Okay, so I'm just going to spray around you now. Okay, I do believe it's been thoroughly sprayed. Now that that's been done, I want to come in a little bit closer, or rather I'm going to pull out the strands, and I'm going to cut them with these very small, delicate, intricate scissors, sort of similar to the tweezers really. It's going to allow me to do some slightly different work to what I was able to do earlier with the larger scissors. Okay, so I'm just plucking out some negative strands, bringing them down so that I can work on them a little bit closer down here. Okay. Okay, I might try just some more precise cutting. Pluck that down. Good. Pluck that down. Very good. Okay, there we go. Now I'm getting it. Very good. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. Okay. Okay, I think there's only a few strands left for me to actually work on now, so I think we've done a marvellous job. today's emergency medical REIKI session is at an end. I hope you've enjoyed the experience. I hope you found it nice, calming and relaxing. I hope you now feel ready to have a good night's sleep tonight, and that's going to help you an incredible amount. It's going to help you to heal in ways that you couldn't even imagine, and hopefully I've helped to remove a lot of the negative energy that was attached to you. You should find yourself feeling lighter, feeling more open-minded, almost more childlike in your ability to go into the world and to experience things, to interact with people, and to just allow your emotions to flow naturally as they need to. And I think you'll feel significantly better as a result of our session today. Okay, so thank you very much for coming, and if you would like to come again for another session in the future, please do so. It would be lovely to see you again. Thank you. Good night.